Players Only Podcast, Career Chronicles, sophomore year of college. Well, let's talk about the living situation. We were supposed to all be roommates, but then it was just me, Jackson, and what was that other guy's name? Max?
I don't remember. He was almost gone.
He
was gone within the month.
We got paired up with some prep. We measured everything he ate, worked out a lot, just super skinny, try hard. Yeah, he just wasn't like us. We'll put it that way. He wasn't a degenerate by any means. And then, he ended up leaving in, December. But, where do we want to start here?
This guy leaving us early on.
Yeah, I went to the army.
And you can talk about moving in, you helped Jackson move in, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Me and your dad helped him get you all set up and moved in that day.
Yeah.
And whatnot. We were 3 hours late.
Because by that point, you had already hung out with my family for a couple of times. Mm-hmm. So we had gone
paintballing and all that.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So he asked me to help out, and I was like, why not? Because I was already kind of in the area. I think you were 3 hours late,
I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing.
I just remember it was a really hot day, and my car ran out of AC that day.
Yeah.
And whatnot, and then, we got you all moved in and stuff. And then played some Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a class both took. I didn't mind. You didn't really like. Stats class. Tell the viewers what your main takeaway was from stats class.
Mean, median, and mode. We found out, so the guy who was the professor, you use that term in loose quotes, professor. The instructor, John Stein, he's like a substitute, kind of. He worked at different schools, just whoever would take him, whoever would, shelter him for the year. And I'm like, God, the man did not know what he was talking about or what he was doing, or I'm pretty sure he didn't know what class he was teaching half the time. Because all he would do is talk about and teach me median mode, and nothing else. We would go to a new chapter and then just go back to mean, median, and mode. It was just he had a fetish for it. I gradually went to fewer and fewer classes and then stopped going altogether because I skipped 3 weeks in a row and then came back. It was maybe I should go to these classes. And it was the same fucking shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. I have no reason to be here. So I got the assignments and that was it. And then I went in for our final exam. And half of it was shit that we had not studied. Wasn't even covered in any of the classes. I distinctly remember one of the kids behind me, I hear him whisper, what the fuck is any of this shit? Literally stuff that was not fucking covered. So I didn't know what was going on, so I bullshitted half of it, and I ended up getting a D on the final exam, because, it was stuff that we did not know.
So, if someone leaves a comment and says something well, you didn't ever go to class, you just said that, how do you know?
Because you showed me the material, and I remember asking you, did he cover anything other than mean, median, and mode? And most of the time, the answer was no. And Hamlin did this thing where at the end of a semester, you could fill out a review for the professors of how the class went. And you recorded. I
was streaming, and you just came in and okay, you gotta listen to this.
Yeah, that's right. Because I had done the questions. I reread some of them. Oh god, these are gold. Because I just ripped into him. I was not kind. And we looked up, too, reviews from other schools that he was at.
There was the Rate My Professor, or what was that website called? Rate My Professor.
Yeah, and, the highest rating he got was, a 3.2 out of 5 or something.
Yeah, he didn't test well. I had a different stats teacher.
Yeah, you got the good one.
Yeah, I got
the one that I tried to get.
Laid back one.
But by the time I had signed up for it, this motherfucker was the only one that was available. There was 3 stats professors, and both of the other 2 were taken, so I was stuck with Stein.
One of the tests, so you would tell me, hey, if I'm sleeping at this time, please wake me up. So sure enough, I was a nice guy. I did. With what I call the mini sounds of Pikachu.
Oh, God.
For the people watching, you pull up Brawl, just get it going on a TV. In Brawl, in the settings, in sounds, somewhere you can go to the character Pikachu, and then just go through all Pikachu sounds. Go to the TV, turn it all the way up, leave the room, with a wireless controller, and then just side A, smash it, and then,
What it was for you, it was like a game to see how high could you get the volume before I would wake up. You would gradually increase the volume, and at one point you got it up to 90-something% before you scared me awake.
I was a nice guy, woke you up for your test, and then you didn't even go.
Well, yeah, because half the shit didn't fucking matter.
There was even a kid in the class, I think it was that class, you met, he came and played Smash with us. I went to high school with him. He was at the first high school I went to, and I don't know, it was just weird because I don't talk to that friend group no more. I'm on like the hit list of that group. Long story, but... For something I didn't even do and I'm not even a part of. That's the thing too. But again, totally different thing. And I remember he came over. It was awkward, but Deshaun was still cool. I remember he came over that day. And then later that year, we were playing Strikers, and he was a god at Strikers. You remember? Like he could do like the double score, like get that most of the time. Yeah, Deshaun was a legend. Simply put, stats class. I'll probably throw that in the video. Edit that in somewhere. Your review from back in 2015. Because that was gold.
That was like a 20-minute rant that I went on, and it was one of those like one of my signature working myself up. The more I went into it, like. Yep. Yeah. It started out as just a normal read, and then it turned into a fucking frenzied rant by the end. And got so worked up on it.
We got in the room first. So we had the bottom beds, and then Max had to go up top. And
we also did that. So our room was like a T shape.
Yep.
And we had set it up so that, like, the beds were off in the offshoot, so that way we would have the main runway just for desks and other shit. Like, it was essentially set up to, like, desks on either side, the entertainment center, the beds, and then our little, like, fridge, grocery, whatever area.
Yeah, again, Max, he was cool at first, but then he didn't want to be around us.
He just up and disappeared one day.
It was like 9:30 one night. We were watching like Sunday night or Monday Night Football, and he's like, "Can we go to bed yet?" And yeah, like wasn't even that late. So it was good. He left. He didn't match our energy.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
He doesn't match the people that stay up all night on caffeine pills.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Well, he was gone by then. Let's get into that story. Last week of the semester before finals, Jackson had some work to do.
That's an understatement. I was very behind in a lot of my classes.
I was Mr. Mountain Dew at this time. You know, I just had a bunch from the C store on campus, just a little convenience store. And yeah, Jackson, you drank a lot of Mountain Dew that week. Caffeine pills from the C store to stay awake.
It was when this guy introduced me to the caffeine pills because we were talking about how like behind I was. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna stay up to fucking get this all done. And you were like,
oh
yeah, like I got the answer for you, buddy.
Yeah.
And didn't tell me anything else about it, like, you know, how to properly take them or not take them. So,
for the people watching, when I said Jackson was awake all week, it was like...
It was 5 days.
It was like, yeah, Monday you woke up, and then you didn't go back to bed until Friday night.
Yeah, I literally was awake for 5 days straight. I don't remember my 20th birthday because of it.
Because, yeah, it was either that Saturday or Sunday right after that week. And, yeah, you were just pretty much asleep the whole day.
I slept for, what was it, like 22 hours or something? I woke up to you guys playing Smash.
So...
Because you had, like, tried the sounds of Pikachu to wake me up, and it didn't work at max volume. So you gave up and were just playing Smash, and eventually I came to at like 6 in the afternoon or something. You were like, one of you was like, we thought you were dead, but we didn't care enough to check. Or something like that.
And you want to talk about being a little weird, even for you. Friday, the last full day you were awake, Friday morning, I'm like a little bit awake. You're like looking at me smiling.
I'm still awake.
Yeah. That's exactly what you said. And then we went and had breakfast.
Well, literally the only things that I remember from that last day was the sequence of, you know, you waking up and me going, I'm still awake. It was either that day or the day before, you asking me how I felt. And no, it was like you had pulled up a song and you're like, is this how you feel? And I'm like, no, I got a better one. And I played the Bohemian Rhapsody. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? It was so funny.
So, if I remember right, too, with stats class, again, at the end there, you basically did all the homework, and then you went to John Stein's office. He wasn't there, and then didn't you just throw it on his desk and leave?
Yes, yeah, and I threw it on the, like, I had it in a stack, and I just threw it on the desk and walked out. Yeah, I burned through all of my assignments, didn't pass, like, half the classes.
Austin, if you were that professor, what have you done?
I would have just thrown it in the trash.
He probably did. He probably did. But look, the motherfucker said that he was going to be in his office from these hours, and he wasn't fucking there.
Yep.
I checked the building. Like, I walked out, I looked around, I even asked one of the other, like, professors, I'm like, is Stein here? And they're like, no, he left, like, 30 minutes ago. I'm like, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
He's the shittiest professor I've ever had.
And again, like we said, other people beat up on him. One of the common threads was, like you were saying, like some of the things that showed up on the test weren't really covered in class.
Mm-hmm. That you'd check the next year and he didn't have any classes at Hamlin.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, he wasn't, at least in the stats area, yeah, he didn't have any of them.
I also remember the eggs the morning of my birthday being weirdly good, and it was probably because of the sleep deprivation.
Yeah.
But I remember that breakfast being really fucking good.
Do you remember leaving and, like, your closet, like, the door wouldn't open and close all the way? And you just kind of, like, stood in front of it and whatever her name is walked around and she didn't even try opening and closing the door to, like, the closet.
Oh, yeah. Because I think I had made known that it was busted and no one ever came to fix it.
No.
So, yeah, maybe we can talk about quick the people we live by sophomore year. Because Austin, for the people watching, he hit on the girl across from us.
Oh,
or there's 3 of them. I had the whiteboard, and then, like, the big ones, of course, wrote on there, said hi to us or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, obviously, we didn't keep doing that. But they had a 3rd roommate because there's a triple over there. Austin.
So, I hit on 2 out of the 3. And I got 1. And it was, and 2 of them were both the exchange students, Chloe and then
Delphine.
Of course, I forget the one that I actually made rounds with. Chloe was just nice. Yeah, whatever. Delphine was, I made progress with Delphine. I'll put it that way.
I remember, like, didn't you go on, like, a brunch date with her?
A few.
Yeah.
We went on a good handful of dates.
Then around the corner, there was Alyssa.
Who fucking hated me.
Yes, she did.
I didn't even know what I did. She just up and decided she hated me.
Yeah, but me and her were cool. But at first... Yeah, at first, she tried getting with Mac. And, like, she wanted me to talk to him, and I was just like, nah, he's so preppy, and they wouldn't have worked out. She was really open, I'll put it that way. Like,
very.
Every time I walked by, like, going to the bathroom or whatever, she'd always have to, like, strike up a conversation with me. And
she shot death glares at me.
I mean, I don't know how much I really need to get into, but, like, she would literally say stuff like, well, yeah, I have a boyfriend up in Crookston. It, like, goes to U of Crookston, but we have hall passes, and, I can see people here, and he can see girls up there, but we're dating.
You're like, hey, you have a hall pass? I have a hall, and then in that hall is my bedroom. I'm by myself now.
Yeah. Well, again, we talked some, but that was a good time.
I remember.
She was a hoe, for sure. Straight up.
I think it was around the time for the Super Bowl. Well, no, it was even when I would just even come and visit you guys and stuff. I'd go and I'd write on her whiteboard thing. And Jackson, you'd make sure to run over there and
that was
it.
That was Marissa.
Oh.
I was talking about Alyssa.
Oh, Alyssa.
So, yeah, Marissa was the one that hated me.
Marissa, and she was all the way,
like,
again, L-shaped. She was all the way on the end, opposite side of us.
We'd write stuff on it, he'd be like, what did you do? And he'd run.
Specifically for the Super Bowl. So even when Jackson wasn't there, you were still worried and had to erase it. Like, living there, but, like, the Super Bowl, you came over that night. For everyone, too, that's another little story. Jackson's a Broncos fan, and, of course, that year I'm living with him. Broncos got to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I remember end of the AFC Championship game, like a minute left. They just had to take knees. I just left for dinner because I didn't want to hear you celebrate and go crazy. So, yeah, you got it all, out of your system. You came, hey, why didn't you tell me you were going to dinner? I didn't want to hear you celebrate. I didn't want to hear it.
I remember, too, we were playing, I think, Smash during the Super Bowl. And, like, I, at the time, had some, like, Superman pajama bottoms. And, Cam's nickname was Superman. So, very, like, as the Super Bowl started, I was like, shit, I gotta change out of these. Real quick, because I was like, didn't want anything chance. No superstition, no nothing.
Yeah, I can talk about quick. So sophomore year, Jackson, you got me into two things. Fantasy football, because I was already a big football fan, but I just had never tried fantasy football. Again, we didn't start our league until week 6.
Yeah.
So I kind of just knew your players, and you explained it to me, like, another league you were in. So yeah, you got me into that, and then PC gaming. Like, I had no idea what Steam was, so like you kind of showed that to me.
Yeah.
Town of Salem, streamed a little bit. You remember when we played? This was one of the like first Saturdays there, like 3 or 4 in the morning. We were up playing Pokemon Showdown, just random doubles.
Yes.
Yep.
The one where I got like 5 or 6 rock slide crit flinches in a row.
Yeah.
He literally shut his laptop, got up, and walked away. I've never seen Vince rage quit at something.
And then I literally did the math, and it was like less than 1% because right, every time it was either a flinch or you just knocked out one of my Pokemon. So insanely good luck. Stupid. It was a good time playing that. Block and load. Awesome game for everyone watching, but it's dead now.
Well, even before that, how were you guys even able to play when the internet wasn't working for a good chunk of time?
So Jackson, to get a console hooked up, you had to do Ethernet to the Hamlin internet, and it was a special process. Like, you had to send an email to the IT people, and they were always like, hey, it takes a few weeks. So I do that right away in September. It's, December, January, never gets hooked up. Jackson destroys them in an email. You bring that up at the end, and in 20 minutes, it's hooked up, working fine to the internet.
I was very vitriolic with my words on my emails.
They had CenturyLink there. The truck was outside of Manor all the time because they're outdated. They suck around. I mean... Yeah, and like internet in the United States, that's like a video of its own. It's a monopoly here, and so they don't have to try. It was in and out. It was bad. And yeah, you bitched them out the one day, and all of a sudden the Wii U can connect to the internet now. Sweet.
You could connect to the internet, and you had it connected for all of like a month and a half, and then I got you banned.
Again, we talked about it in a podcast before, the freaking Picto chat. Like, if you won a Smash match on that map, you could draw a little photo. You guys were pervs with it, and, there's kids playing, and if you want to explain it again, and,
hey, the medical marijuana thing was very funny.
Yeah.
And it was very current at that time.
It was also very well drawn, might I say. I think I did a fantastic job. It was a great Mario. His nose was like shoved up by the bong and everything.
The Donkey Kong dong wasn't bad either.
I never saw it. I just remember you telling me about it. The Donkey Dong.
Yeah, I guess that's what we played a lot, was the Wii U, Smash on there, Mario Maker 2, or 1, I mean. Mm-hmm. That was new at the time.
You constantly tried to find different rage levels just to piss me off.
After a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the beginning, I remember I would make levels. I wouldn't test them to see if I could actually do them. So you just kind of had to do it and figure it out, trying shit out. And yeah, again, I streamed for the first time, and then you already had a capture card, and, I got to see that. That was sick.
I would just come over a lot, and then it was mainly I wanted to hang out with you guys, but then also I would always talk to the girls on our either way up or on the way there.
So Austin here told Hamlin that you were going in the National Guard.
Yep.
How long were you there?
Technically, I was in for about 7 months, but I was only gone for a month or 2.
Yeah.
Why not?
I remember before I had left, I think it was during the winter months or something, there was a little cutaway thing on one side of the room. Like, there's a panel that you could push, and there was a crawl space that connected the 2 rooms, and we put a Mountain Dew can in there and then sealed it. And you should say it took someone 5 years to find it, but somebody found it?
No, it's probably still sitting there.
Really?
We wrote on there some Community Challenge Friday ? But yeah, we've never heard from whoever.
Huh.
But of course, yeah, we put a Mountain Dew there, and so yeah, if you get a triple in Manor, there's a chance there's a Mountain Dew behind a crawl space. Please reach out to us if you are in Manor. What was the room number? 30 something. We were on the 3rd floor.
306 or something like that. 307.
Yeah, it's probably 306. Because that kind of rings a bell to me too. So yeah, leave a comment, join Discord, reach out. Real cool video if you can.
We'll make Austin drink it.
It was in my room.
Austin wants to drink the Mountain Dew behind there.
It was in my room.
What other classes take that year? Side stats.
I don't remember.
I know you guys ate a ton of Taco Bell around that time too.
Yeah.
Taco Bell and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, because they.
Oh
had
yeah,
the-
because they were doing the gold PS4, so
Yeah.
me and Jackson would walk over there
we're constantly trying to get it.
on Fridays. That was like our thing. Yeah.
And then we didn't end up getting it, which is too bad. And then I just ended up buying one because GameStop just had one pre-owned. So I was like, cool, I'll take it.
Then we had that one tournament thing for whoever loses buys dinner. And obviously you won right away, Vince, but then it just came down to Jackson and I, and it was like the most dumb luck smash little thing. Just demolished you. You were so mad you had to buy dinner.
Do you remember the Mario Kart tournament that we had? It was either Double Dash or Mario Kart 8, but it was on Baby Park. Or it was like best of 5 or something, and it came down to like a tiebreaker match on Baby Park, and you literally won by the slimmest of margins.
Oh, yeah.
And I distinctly remember you just like jumping up and slamming your controller down. Yeah, fuck you! You were so hyped. Because you were having such a bad day, too. So to see you go from just, like, so pissed and disgruntled, like, 0 to 1,000.
Okay, so
busted a lot
I
of
just
controllers
thought of a
over there.
story.
We did. We broke so many controllers.
I just thought of a story that year for Austin. So there was a girl you saw.
Yep.
She kind of catfished you, and then
Oh, yeah,
like
we can't talk
that night.
Yeah, we can't.
Well, just that happened. You don't
Yeah.
have to get into what you did with her or anything.
Yep.
But then you came over after seeing her that like midnight, 1 in the morning.
It was 2
it was
It was 2
It was
It was
2
really
a.m.
late.
Yeah.
Because I remember going down to let you in, and
Yeah.
we stood in the stairwell for like 10 minutes just talking.
Oh yeah.
'Cause that was the one where it's like,
It was a bad night.
when we were walking
Yeah.
up, you were like, yeah, I fucked up really bad. Like, you can't tell anybody about this.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess we said what we can about that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That was the
You just-
only nights I think I stayed over
Yeah.
and whatnot because it was just fucking 5 in
Oh,
the morning or whatever.
so-
and it just crashed.
So if you haven't seen us talk about GameStop, that year I remember we were all about to go to sleep, and I just randomly asked Jackson, or one of us did, how many times have you applied at GameStop and you're like 6 or 7 or
Something like
whatever
that.
it was?
Too many.
And then me and Austin were laughing, kind of being dicks. But right, at this point, yeah, Max had moved out, so I guess you had his bed or whatever, or both you guys were gone, or one of the two. You stayed over. So like living alone, it's like nice for the privacy, but at the same time, it was less memorable once you moved out.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you that.
I'm sure it was
just
a lot
kinda-
quieter after.
It was just kind of work. I went through, because you got me into Steam, I went through kind of Dota addiction.
Yep. There was times we didn't hear from
Like,
you for a while.
Yeah.
like it was pretty, on these videos and the stream and stuff, you guys make it sound like, I never missed a class in college, but literally because of Dota, I'd be up 3, 4 in the morning, and then I had like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. classes, and I missed some of those because I was sleeping in.
I do remember
Slept through the alarm.
my sophomore year, I remember I had a night class. It was only, I think, Wednesday nights or something, but I had a lab class that ran from like 6 to 9:30 or something. So that was pretty fun. I think I got a C+ in that class. That was one of the classes that I think I went to almost every class.
Well, it's probably one of those, right? If you didn't, you'd be in deep shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, most of the labs had some sort of scoring thing, so I kind of had to go to them all. I think the only times I didn't go were... I think I missed one because of a soccer game, and I think I missed like 1 or 2 others because I either forgot or was busy. For the most part, like I was a relatively good student for that class.
So going back to
Relatively.
Delphine,
Yep.
at the end, weren't you and her kind of on bad terms,
Yep.
and like didn't coming over kind of suck? Like if you ran into her, bumped into her, kind of thing. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just asking. I don't really remember it specifically one way or another.
I remember the good moments with Delphine.
Yeah.
I remember there was one bad, but like, yeah.
I know.
It was more I just didn't want to run into her, but that was also because I accidentally hit on the other roommate as well, and that was like after we had kind of already done what we did, and then that was
I don't know if you guys remember him or if you ever met him. Michael Everett, I think is his last name. He studied politics, like that was or politics and law. Super rich guy, but like a lot of times he and I would stay up to like 3-4 in the morning in that little lobby area just talking about God knows what, and then I would come in to the room after we would finish talking about whatever, and a lot of times you would still be up playing Dota.
We can talk about that too. That crew, Michael, and I can only remember Ian. We did like a fantasy football video, and because we played them in a league the next year. I always defend Ian. I thought he was cool. You were cool with all of them. And I just remembered my prom in high school. All I did was I was just sitting in my room playing Call of Duty Black Ops. Fuck prom. I was like, yeah, this is my guy.
This is my guy.
Are you friends with Facebook? Any of them?
Yeah, I don't really.
What about Ian? Like, what's he up to these days?
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't look on Facebook, like, ever. I'll open up Facebook for either looking on Marketplace occasionally to see, like, what is there for sale.
Well, just, if you ever see where he's at these days, you gotta update us. Like, or group chat. I'd be curious.
Or I'll look at, like, Facebook dating sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't actually look at Facebook proper.
The only other thing that I can remember from that year was I came over one time, and you guys let me up real quick, and maybe I went to the bathroom or something like that. I was coming back. There was a girl in the lobby area, and she was watching football. And I went up and I was talking to her or something like that, and jackass over here comes out and completely. Oh, dude, I had her in the back, and jackass comes out here. When are you coming back?
Okay.
I can't remember who it was, and I can't even picture her face anymore. And I kept on trying to sneak back out to see if she was there, and she was gone after that.
You just made me think of a story. Okay, so this was someone I lived. We're gonna throw a freshman year kind of story into this. There was a girl I lived next to in Drew. You knew it better than I did. She was like a model or something. Or like could have been or something. And like seeing one guy.
Yep.
And then maybe she cheated or something, or like someone on the football team was after her.
Yep.
But like the guy she was with was like an RA or something at Hamlin.
Yeah, it was like half the football team wanted to try and get with her, and she would kind of flirt with the football team.
What was her name? Like Dominique?
Yeah, it was Dominique.
Yeah.
But yeah, then she was dating the RA, and then there was like this gigantic falling out thing that you were telling me about, because they had this like gigantic argument in the hallway.
Yeah.
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 Ruined it, Jackson. I was trying to hit it up with all the Manor girls, but no.
Oh, you're fine.
But no, otherwise, again...
8 for 9 or whatever you went was good enough.
But yeah, again, sophomore year, again, while you were there, Jackson, I had like every meal with you. We were just like, in prison together.
Yeah.
College. Outside of like the people that partied, there were so many people at Hamlin that would go home on the weekends too. And it's like, as we got older, it only got worse. And we covered the week you were awake for a week. You did that thanks to Mountain Dew, caffeine pills, do your late sushi run. I'm not a sushi guy, but I remember you were into that. Why are you shaking your head?
Sushi's gross.
I've just never tried it.
Late night sushi, that just sounds awful.
Look, man.
Sounds like a stomach ache.
Nah, that was great. I knew we had our Smash tournaments for a little bit there when I made the Facebook group, and we tried to organize some events, got a couple of guys into it, and then the moment it picked up like any steam whatsoever, the official Hamlin game group whatever that was kind of failing, it essentially strong-armed us into merging the groups, and then that just killed that because they're we want to get involved and help you guys set up some bigger events or whatever, and then just nothing ever came of it. I remember I also built my first computer that year. That was fun.
Again, you got me into PC stuff too again that year, and yeah, you would talk about that, the 10K God computer.
Just daydreaming about what I could do if money wasn't an issue.
I have a picture somewhere. I think I put it on Twitter, of you bought a case, like, it was like as big as that TV.
Yeah, or two.
And like we took a picture next to, or no, it was as big as like 32-inch there, and like we took a picture next to it, and like you were so happy.
Well, yeah, it was that.
It was the white one.
Yeah, the white one.
That one, I think.
That was the first one. The orange
Yeah.
one there was the first one. That was the one that I made, and then a couple months later, towards the end of the semester, I made the big one that I adapted to R2.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, you could almost put that thing inside of R2. And now I've got a case that's even bigger.
You know, you showed me Minecraft stuff too. Before this, I just always thought Minecraft was dumb, never gonna play it.
Mhm.
Next thing you know, I'm on Pixelmon. You even got paid to be like a mod or whatever. I was like blown away.
What was that other game that you played all the time?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Tell us about Vindictus.
God, Vindictus. So Vindictus is a Korean MMO that I got so badly addicted to.
Yeah.
I skipped a couple of class. I think that was probably the only other reason why I skipped that night class, was to play Vindictus sometimes. I remember distinctly there was one event that was running while, during the sophomore year, that I stayed up for like 2 nights in a row or something, trying to grind because the grand prize was like a special pet that you couldn't get normally. Like, you could not buy it. I was missing one piece, and no matter, so you had to get 5 letter cards to unlock said pet, and I had 32 of a different letter. But I could not get the 5th one to save my fucking life. And I even tried emailing Nexon and be like, hey, I have 30 of these fucking things. Can you just give me the last goddamn letter? Or have me trade with someone else, or literally anything. I'll pay you. Just give me this. And they're like, nope, sorry, gotta get it. So pissed. I sank so many hours into that game.
Tell us about the girl you played with on there. I don't know. I thought there was some girl you played with on there a lot, and she liked you and stuff. Vindictus.
I think I know who you're talking about. I don't fully remember.
Austin, you're so jealous.
I remember.
Literally, a couple months into streaming, Austin, you're so jealous. There was another girl that liked Jackson too. So there was Perry, you guys remember, and then she had a friend that would come by the streams. She liked Jackson.
But I was thinking about, I think, what you were alluding to.
I think I remember who you're talking about. I remember chatting with them for like 2 months or something, and then just up and disappeared.
After.
I don't fully remember.
I don't remember how much money it was. But it was like in-game money or something like that.
I don't remember.
Do you remember how much it was?
You bought some skins or whatever, and like wanted to give it to her, and like you would like keep your laptop open.
That sounds familiar. I think I probably repressed a lot of that.
Yeah.
Given that it didn't end well.
I just remember the talking about it part, and I think I was there like right after you had gifted like the money or the skins or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, Jackson, it's not a good idea. He's like, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. It wasn't fine.
It wasn't fine. That sounds like me.
Maybe you could talk about the end of Liz.
I mean, the end of Liz really didn't even happen until the start of Kim, technically. So
That was during sophomore year.
well, yeah, but that was so on and off because she didn't like that. Well, because I fully officially like dumped her when I decided to go with the army stuff. And then it was a whole that jump. It was just a super on again, off again. And then during the off agains, I was still just hoeing around and stuff. And that's when the Delphine stuff, and then the other girls in Manor, and then lots of Tinder. Tinder was awesome.
So I can say too, like, yeah, for the people watching, Austin, you were, kind of Mr. Fuckboy. Like, you were on the list at one point.
Oh, if I wasn't over with you guys, I was with a girl.
Yeah. But, and then, like, I don't know, just out of nowhere, you matched up with Kim, and
yep.
I don't know, then you were, like, all serious, and you wouldn't, like, text me out of the blue for any other chick but her, and you were, I don't know, someone's different there. I remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember there was a night that we invited you over, and you're like, sorry, I'm with this girl.
Yep. There was a few nights like that, though.
There was a couple nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hit it strong. I had a steady-ish job, and I had the money to blow because I was just living in my parents' basement. So
Okay. Quick story I just remembered. So before you would come over some days, you would go to Target and play Smash there.
Yep.
Like warm up, and then you'd come over and play more Smash.
Yeah, I remember that.
Needed to warm up before I got my ass kicked.
And your signature side B off the edge.
Oh
with Little
my
Mac.
god! Yeah.
The best thing was being able to bait you into fucking throwing yourself off the ledge. So good.
Nah, that was a fun year. That was a fun year for me.
Yeah.
That was a fun year.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the list that stuff happened even after sophomore year is on again off again until Kim. It was fun. It was a lot of drama.
Put you straight. Yep.
A lot of drama. A lot of stress at times. You didn't even take a J term that year, if I remember right. You just you chilled out that J term, and I came over a lot.
Well, all of them looked like crap. And then after that, you had to like pay or something. It wasn't free anymore after that year, I think.
Something like that.
For sure, senior year you had to pay, so I know I didn't do that. Yeah, along with not having a J term, me and you, Jackson, were just the biggest degenerates for a month. It was my sleep schedule has never been so bad in my entire life. Like I've never done like an all-nighter until like that January. And okay, this is how dumb we were to like try and fix our sleep schedules. We would like
stay up through the night.
We tried to like stay up through the night and then the next day and then sleep. And obviously that didn't fucking work. I don't know. Got to like 7 a.m. I was like, oh, I can't do this no more.
I remember.
Or 7 o'clock, in the morning.
Jackson, you were also working at the mall.
Yeah.
So you would take the train all the way there. Mm-hmm. And so I would come over and be like, yeah, I'll be there in about an hour. It'd be like 2.5 hours ago. Like, Jackson, where are you? I got kicked off the train because I didn't pay.
Yeah.
So you would have to wait forever, and it'd be in the middle of winter. So you're just like standing there waiting for the next train.
Because I would see if I could. There were times where I'd see if I could hop on the train without having to pay. Because I either didn't have the money or I barely had any money, and I got away with it like half the time.
Yeah, so that kind of unlocked a little memory. I remember also for a little bit, I had a Blazer that year that needed a new starter, so I was in the fucking parking lot for a little bit, and wintertime didn't work. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I even remember one weekend, I had to borrow some vehicle to give Brandon a ride somewhere in the middle of winter, and that was just a pain in the ass.
I remember the Thanksgiving break. I worked at the MOA. LL Bean decided that they were going to be open on Thanksgiving and through the night into Black Friday. And so I was like, fuck it, I'll just work the whole time. So I worked a 28-hour shift or some shit and passed out at work. That was an interesting time.
Yeah, part of the reason I was stressed out that day, I had to give some rides, is because I remember in this legal writing class, there was a kid in there, we had to do a presentation. He was a senior. He was old. He was older than all of us, and he was saying I was writing a surfer douche, or literally in an email he said that to me, and it was for a presentation, and it was just bullet point. I had hardly done anything, and he flamed me in an email. Yeah, I mean, we ended up doing all right. Let's talk about fantasy football quick. We had a league that started week 6. This is my first ever fantasy football league. We did cover this in another video, but now we got Jackson here. So there were some people from Brazil in that league, 2 people. I remember the one guy, he took Aaron Rodgers with the first overall pick. You got Gronk at 2. I got AP at 4. First ever fantasy football pick. And I couldn't talk a whole lot in that league. Mm-hmm. Even though I had scored the most points by 100 by the end. I didn't make the playoffs. Always had the highest score. If I wasn't, I was playing against.
Yeah, your 2 worst weeks came against me, I think.
And then and the Brazil guys, I lost to them. I had bad weeks against them, whatever. But you could talk trash to them, and you did.
Uh-huh.
And some of the things I won't repeat because it doesn't have anything to do with football.
I just remember my team was nicknamed the life support team because I started off really strong,
Yep.
going like 3-0 or something, and then I just could not do shit for most of the season and
Yeah.
looked like I was going to miss the playoffs, and then all of a sudden I roared back to life, like
Just-
snuck into the 6th seed or something.
4th
and-
seed, because that
4th
was
seed.
only a four team makes
Okay,
the
that's
playoffs.
right. Yeah, like I was the last team and just barely, and ended up winning it all. Partly because since you were knocked out, you gave me, some of your players, and I barely won too.
Yeah, I don't think I gave you too much though.
No.
Because like I had 3 guys, AP, Odell, and Freeman, that they wouldn't even let me drop.
Mm-hmm.
So again, and that's why I scored so well, because I had just an awesome team. If I had anyone else's schedule, I would have won the Super Bowl, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a luck game.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
If you and I had swapped schedules, you would have gone undefeated. I would have gone winless. Let's be real.
Yep. Yep. And the playoff. Yeah. We had like the Bronco. You had like the Denver Broncos logo, and then like the American flag behind it. I had like the Vikings logo or whatever, and the American flag behind it. So it was definitely USA versus Brazil. Only one USA made the playoffs, and luckily, you took hold in the gold, because they would have definitely said something.
Oh yeah,
But yeah.
they said something in the middle of the Super Bowl match too.
Yep.
Like I only won because of the Monday night game.
Yeah, and you had David Johnson, who caught fire at the end of that year.
Mm-hmm.
Infamously, you tried to trade Derek, some kind of 2-on-2 trade. Derek Carr, you're trying to upgrade at quarterback, and Aaron Rodgers, and forgot the other 2 players. Or one of them was like the other Arizona running back, and then the guy came back. What about Gronk for Larry? The whole infamous Gronk for Larry and that whole chain. But again, they were saying shit about America, and we were dumb, and we didn't know what we were doing, and they were like the 1 and 2 seed. Again, you were the 4, and I didn't even make the playoffs. So screw them.
I don't know. I knocked them both out. That's all I remember.
Yeah, and then you gave some long spiel at the end of the season, and no one ever said anything, and
No.
yeah. So
They probably rage
this is
quit.
another call out. If you are from Brazil and you played fantasy football back in 2015 and just a regular NFL.com managed league, and you talk trash to Americans, reach out, join my Discord. We need to get you in another fantasy football league.
So we can beat you again.
Yeah, feel free to talk trash again. Yeah, we'd love to have you. Anyways, anything else to say about that league? I guess I can say quick. I only took Odell because the year before he had the over-the-head catch.
Mm-hmm.
No real strategy. So there was one day, again, I got this on stream, old video, highlighted. This was after the whole you were awake for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, if we just turned some music on, would you just dance on stream? And you're like, yeah, why not, man? And sure enough, 11 o'clock in the morning, turn on the stream, pointing at you, my laptop, you're doing the Macarena and whatever other song. And
I'll take your word for it because I don't remember any of that.
I got it highlighted.
After day 2, it's there's nothing. I remember absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure I sustained brain damage from those days because going 5 days without sleep, spoiler alert, not a good idea.
You wouldn't do that again if you were in college?
I don't think I could do that again if I tried.
Yeah, you won in a fantasy football league and your Broncos won.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that hasn't happened is
Yeah. But no, otherwise, yeah, it was a good crew. I think we hit everyone in manner. I remember the bathrooms on the floor below us at some point, they made unisex, so anyone could use it, and that was kind of weird. Might have been after you left.
Probably, because I was only there for the first semester in the J term. I ended up
Yeah.
leaving in February. My financial aid got fucked over, so I was no longer able to pay for it, because God knows I couldn't afford $40,000.
That'd be interesting. Unisex bathrooms in college.
Sounds like a bad idea.
And again, they just changed it like midway through the year, out of nowhere, and sent an email out about it, and yeah, don't know why.
Oh, you're showering in here? I didn't know.
Think of anything else?
For one of the things, just John Stein. that was my first bullet point. Yep. We'll wrap it up there. Again, this is like the end of the college stories series.
Because after that, both us and I had dropped out, so it was
Yeah.
just you to carry on our legacy.
Yeah, but again, and then a lot of that I really got into streaming, and then it's archived, and then it's not even really college related.
bitch!